Moving on to a few more technical aspects of setting up your camera. I like to film with the grid on my camera, and what that is essentially it's a series of lines which divide your camera into thirds, both horizontally and vertically. And what it does is it enables you to frame your shots really powerfully and very effectively using the rule of thirds principle. So very simple, you just go into your settings on your camera. I'm using a filmic app called Filmic Pro here, but you simply go into the settings if you're on your native camera, or like this, I'm using Filmic Pro, and you simply switch on the grid. Next thing to do, once you've got your grid set up, is you want to set the resolution in which you're filming. Now, the resolution is essentially the quality of video that you'll be filming. Now, most modern cameras can shoot up to 4K, which is ultra high definition. Older cameras tend to shoot in a lower resolution, something like 540 or 720. What I tend to do is I tend to shoot in high definition. Now, high definition, you'll find in your settings, is 1080p. Now again, if I go into the settings on my Filmic app, Filmic Pro app, then you can see that it gives you an option, and I'm selecting 1080p. Now also, you can see that on my filming app, you have something called FPS, which is frames per second. It's getting a little bit technical, but I set that to 25 frames per second. And the reason why I do that is that the convention within broadcasting, within television, certainly in Sri Lanka and in Europe, is to shoot in 25 frames per second. And so that's quite a good principle to adhere to if you want to potentially be sharing your content with television or broadcast companies. Now, if you're in America, it's 30 frames per second. Some cameras give you the option of 25 frames per second. Some cameras, I'm afraid, only give you the option of 30 frames per second. Finally, for this little section in setting up your camera, you need to be thinking about in which aspect ratio you're filming your videos. Now, I always film in 16:9, which is your conventional widescreen. There is some discussion about filming video for mobile journalism in the vertical format. So you hold your camera vertically rather than horizontally. Now, this is great if you're making TikTok videos, or it's great if you're making Instagram videos. But actually, I find it incredibly useful to be able to film in a format that you can then reversion into lots of different platforms, and for lots of different platforms like YouTube or potentially for broadcast. So I always film in 16:9, and you'll be seeing that as I demonstrate through the filming exercises as we go on through this workshop.